welcome back to my channel. So happy to have you here. I'm Kirsty and today's video I want to speak all about my spring TBR. Now the sun is shining, the flowers are blooming, and overall we're all coming out of that winter dark depression. We're now into the nice bright sunshine, picnic weather, reading outside. It's coming and I'm excited. I never usually put together TBRs because I am a huge mood reader and I rather just pick something up after I finished a book, and whatever catches my eye, whatever draws my attention is what I'll read next. But for spring, I did sort of want to make a priority list of what books I want to get to next. So I do have what you would call a spring TBR. Two of the books on my TBR I have previously started but put down. One of them I've actually started to read twice and ended up putting it down. So here's to hoping this spring I will finish these two books. So grab a drink and let's get chatting. The first book on my TBR is Duma by Stephen King. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this is the first book on my TBR, and as I mentioned before, this is the book that I've previously started to read twice and put it down both times. I didn't want to DNF it because I do want to read every single Stephen King book, so I will be pushing through every book of his even if I'm not enjoying them, just so I can tick them off. But this is another very chunky book, and it's the main reason I've only added 4 onto the TBR, just so I can be a little bit realistic in my reading plans, because at the moment I'm reading so slow. I've been on the same book for the entirety of March and I've still not finished it. So for the spring months, yes, 4 books to be realistic. I'm not setting my expectations too high so then I don't disappoint myself too much. Duma, we follow Edgar Fremantle, and he moves to a really remote part of Duma to basically just escape his past and start afresh and just relax a little bit. But whilst he's there, he picks up a new hobby, which is painting, and it quickly becomes clear that all the ghosts and horrible events that have happened on Duma start to basically appear in his painting. Secrets begin to stir and a family's past suddenly becomes present. This one sounds really intense, just a typical Stephen King novel, full of suspense, and one that's going to get my skin tingling and just not going to know what's going to happen next. So really looking forward to this one, and hopefully it won't take me an entire month to finish. I need to stop doom scrolling on TikTok. I just need to just cut it out. On to the second one, I've got Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I think that is a long over name. I've never realised that before. So this is another book that I've previously picked up, didn't get very far, but ended up wanting to read something more. And this one is very interesting. Like, this has got my attention. It is set in like a post-apocalyptic world, but the beginning actually starts of where the events are unfolding. Pick this one up on a snowy night in Toronto where there is a play taking place and the lead actor dies on stage. This is when you find out there's a deadly virus sweeping its way across America, and I think there might be a time jump in this. I'm not entirely sure. From reading the back, it sounds as if there is, because it sets the scene and then it says 20 years later. So I'm presuming you read from where it all kicks off and then you pick it back up where the world's entirely changed. So really looking forward to this one. I don't think I need to say that with everyone. I'm looking forward to them all. But I have not picked up a apocalyptic like dystopian book for a while. I think the last one I read was And Then I Woke Up, which was only a short novella. So I can't wait to sink my teeth into another dystopian and get caught up in another world for a bit. Next up was a recent purchase of mine, which I've previously spoken about in a book haul that I did for my birthday. It is Hungerstone by Kat Dunn. Now, this is a retelling of Carmilla. Carmilla is a book I haven't read yet, but is very high up on my TBR, but it is not on my physical TBR, so it's not taking priority just yet. But I love vampires. I love any story to do with vampires. I feel like a broken record about how much I talk about vampires. But yes, this is a retelling of Carmilla. It is a beautiful cover, beautiful sprayed edges, and I think I'm going to pick this one up next after I finish my current read, because I can't wait any longer to get started in this one. I know, well, fingers crossed, I'm going to love it. So I'll report back hopefully very soon. Last up, we have got The First Day of Spring by Nancy Tucker. This was really kindly gifted to me by a book fairy over on TikTok a couple of years ago. All I know about this one is that it's a thriller. Even reading the back of it, I have no idea what this is about. I know we follow an 8-year-old girl who has a secret, and then we pick up back with her 15 years later, and she's receiving, I think it's letters or phone calls to do with an event that happened when she was younger, and that is it. This book doesn't give much away at all, so very intrigued, and I haven't read a good fast-paced thriller in a bit of time actually, so I feel like this is obviously perfect for spring because it's got spring in the title, and also the lovely blue, just pastels remind me of spring, so this is screaming at me to read it. So that was my very quick rapid fire spring TBR. I know it's very short, but as I was saying, I don't want to have a massive stack of books for my spring TBR because that's just not realistic to my reading. I'm a slow reader. I only read 2, max 3 books a month, so realistically 4 is a good TBR, and especially for someone who doesn't usually create these and is a mood reader, who knows if I'm going to stick to them. But fingers crossed I do, because I've made an entire video about it. But again, we will see where my reading takes me. Let me know if you are a mood reader or if you like to create yourself little monthly TBRs and you do stick to them. And also, let me know what you're reading or any spring book recommendations that I might possibly already have on my shelf. I hope you have a beautiful day and that the sun is shining wherever you are. And remember to like, subscribe, let's get talking in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. And he follows, oh my god.